It's a beautiful day for pickleball on the APP Tour. Are you kidding me?
Here we go.
The stage is set for big moments in the Big Apple. Icons are built here in New York City, and you better not throw away your shot. Alongside Arthur Ashe Stadium, the Mecca in the midst of the concrete jungle will give rise to a new style of play in this Memorial Day weekend matinee matchup as the top pickleball pros go head-to-head to see who will be named king and queen of the court at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle. Good morning from the grounds of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. It's a new day and a new format here on tour. Welcome into Championship Court alongside Next Gen National Team Head Coach Chad Edwards and Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. You may be old enough to remember the Harlem Shake, but we are going to introduce you to the APP New York City Pro Shuffle today. Here's how it's going to go.
The top 16 men and women in the APP will be shuffled into 4 pools of 4 players.
The 4 players in each pool will compete in 3 games of rally scoring to 21, alternating partners after each game. So every player will compete with and against the other 3 in their pool.
The 2 players with the best win-loss record will advance to the next round. In the event of a tie, the player with the best point differential, points won minus points lost, will advance. The format continues until 4 players remain in a championship pool.
In the championship pool, only one can be crowned as the best of the best in doubles play.
So here are our top 8 seeds on both the men's and the women's side. 8 more players round out our full list of 16. We've already been in play this morning, and guys, we've already seen some upsets, but that is the beauty of the Pro Shuffle.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You're getting new matchups, new pairings, and it all comes down to, do you gel and can you gel early with your partner?
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen half the seeds already go. So it's a difficult format for those players that take a few more risks.
Well, Dom, you already kind of mentioned it, but the sentiment around the tour this week has been the players very excited for this new format. What is it that they love so much about this Pro Shuffle?
Well, you're getting a chance to play with players that you may not typically play with. And that being said, sometimes you may find a player you play with here and you're like, wow, we gel really well together. Hey, what are you open for the rest of the season? Can we get a tournament in? But then on the flip side, too, you can get on court with someone and go, I didn't think we were going to gel. We didn't gel. We lost. We're not playing together again.
And here we are all about the Association of Pickleball Players. Chad, for the people watching at home that are pickleball players, what can they like about this and take from this at their clubs at home?
This is a format that anybody can use at their club or in their group. Dom, you and I have been accustomed to using it for the last 10 years in pickleball with ladder leagues. But playing with each person on the court, it really puts it to the test of how quickly you can make the adjustments and partner up. But, the excitement in this one is the rally scoring, the fast pace of play, and the fact that you're seeing matchups that you typically don't see.
And for the players, there is money on the line today. It is going to be a full day of fast-paced, exciting action. It is coming up next. We have to give a big shout-out to the events team. They were here early getting these courts ready as rain moved through the area. It is clear now, 73 degrees, blue skies, a little bit of humidity. But we have got men's doubles. Our first men's doubles semifinal pod is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's the APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend. when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Zimmer Biomet, moving you forward. AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do. And Brainstorm, clean, plant-based energy.
Welcome back to Championship Court. There's a look at Ryler DeHart warming up alongside Jason McNulty, two of the players in our first of two men's doubles semifinal pod. Will Sobek, the gold medalist in singles here last year, included in this pod. There's Jason McNulty. And the fourth member of this pod is Stefan O'Verne, as we are warming up here. And it is time to be joined by the fourth member of our crew, AJ McCord.
Yeah, Dorian, I was catching up with some of the players before they hit the court today, and all of them really excited about this new format. Will Sobek told me that he's really enjoying it after his first iteration of his first pool to get him here to Championship Court. He said he's really stoked, having a great time playing with new people. And when I was catching up with them earlier, that really is one of the things that has stood out, is because like you and Dom and Chad have said, this is a really cool opportunity for these players to figure out who else they might connect with that is outside of their normal sort of circle within the APP Tour. So excited to see Will and these other players get underway today.
Thanks, AJ. And that's a great point that she just made, and Will, about being excited with the new partnerships, because we've already seen in this tournament, we saw it yesterday with Jack Monroe and Mario Barrientos, a brand new partnership by necessity, but what they were able to do playing together for the first time.
Yeah, and again, it was a match made in heaven, basically. They never even played and got on court until basically the day before the tournament started, and then they just clicked on all cylinders right there. The lefty and righty combination, and it just seemed like nobody could figure out Barrientos and figure out that, hey, his strength is his backhand, and they just kept going at it, and he just kept punishing them.
Do you think that comes down to how many of these players actually watch film? Because the older pros
knew, they know that, right? No, but
yeah,
exactly, Chad. Exactly.
Pool play here at the New York City Pro Shuffle. This is semifinal 2.
We are getting set for our first of two men's doubles semifinal. So William Sobek advancing out of his pool. He went undefeated 3-0. He was with Rob Nunnery, Spencer Lanier, and CJ Klinger. So neither of the seeded players in William Sobek's pod advanced. Stefano Verne was the 4 seed in his pod. He went 2-1.
Receiving on my
Jason
right,
McNulty 2-1 in his pod as well,
Good
moving
luck,
forward.
Time in.
And then Ryler DeHart 2-1. 0-0. We are underway here in our first of two men's doubles semifinals. First point to the duo of DeHart and O'Verne, and Dom, you already hit on it. We see the lefties playing together early on.
Yeah, early on, first matchup here, the two lefties, and we had 2 matchups of that early on in the first round. It's always interesting. Everything's backwards now for their opponents.
Sobek figuring that out pretty easily.
But that's a funny thing that we don't see that many lefties because everybody's playing together because everybody's like, oh my gosh, how can two lefties play together? But you have two righties playing together all the time, and it doesn't make a difference in reality. But just not conventional.
Just throws you for a loop.
Nice coverage there from Solbeck in the middle. And just a reminder, we are rally scoring here. The difference in this rally scoring compared to the rally scoring that we have in singles, there is no freeze, so it's first to 21, win by 1.
You don't have to wait to win on your serve as well. And we saw that in the first round that we all were watching come into play.
And what's interesting about this, too, is that the fact that the players will stay on one side. So they're not switching sides. So you're going to have DeHart on the left pretty much the whole match. Vern on the right, and the same on the vice versa on the other side with Sobek and McNulty.
Nice hands there from DeHart. Slides it back behind for the winner. But what's the major reason that we're not seeing the switches? Go ahead, Chad.
Well, I was just about to go into it. Right? So the reason why we're going 1 to 21 with no freeze is because we have a points differential as the tiebreaker, and that is total points won against total points minus total points lost. So if everybody has to finish it up to this point.
So bad. Just catches the line.
Everybody has to have the same amount of points played in reality, because if we now go to win by 2 and you're at 21-20, now it goes to 21-all. Now we're going past that. So we have to try to keep it in pool play that everybody has the same amount of points in a win.
Nice little Ernie. He took something off of that, just dropped it in the back of the court.
Yeah, he gets it off the edge of the paddle, but like you said, took something off it and keeps it in. Nice move there from Vern, the big lefty, using that length to his advantage.
Combination sails long off the paddle of DeHart, side out.
Vern almost took a paddle to the back of his head on the backswing of Ryler DeHart. He got a little too close.
That one drives Sobek back. And we keep referencing yesterday's doubles partnership of Barrientos and Monroe, but the thing that you can take from that match is the communication, because that might be the most crucial part of these pods. Right back up the middle for the winner for McNulty.
We talked about people not knowing Barrientos that much, and his strength was his backhand.
6-5.
Jason McNulty had a good run yesterday as well. Lost a close one in the semifinals. Ended up with 4th. But his strength, too, is that backhand counter.
just past the baseline.
We talk about, McNulty, and we've seen him a lot, and we know that McNulty is what you would consider a right side warrior, right? And he is a guy that plays that right side in men's doubles and is just a rock over there for anybody who is a left-sided player. With that backhand you're talking about, Chad, earlier, he's just strong. He plays great defense. He keeps everything in play.
7-6.
7-6. Oh, beautiful little inside-out forehand from Sobek for the winner.
Yeah, perfect setup there from Sobek. We saw the previous point where Vern defended. Sobek wasn't able to go behind the heart as much, but that one makes the adjustment. Comes back into the court after the ATP defense.
DeHart into the net, so 3 straight points now after trading points for the start of this game.
9-6.
Now a 3-point advantage for McNulty and Sobek.
Point.
Oh, DeHart just not quite able to clear the net court on the overhead.
Yeah, it was just up enough over his head that he's off balance just enough to throw his timing off.
McNulty can't make the pickup, side out. As DeHart and O'Verne able to get back on serve, still trailing by 3.
Point.
That time McNulty again not able to make the pickup.
Eight, 10.
Oh, almost a self-defense shot there from O'Verne. Floats just long. That takes us to the end change as Jason McNulty and William Sobek take an 11-8 lead. They're going to change ends as we take our Turvis hydration break while the players break on the court. And fellas, we expected some feeling out time in these matches as players get used to the partnerships, get used to the format. But as you're playing, how do you go about problem solving in these new partnerships?
Well, I mean, it's got to happen quick, right? And you're going to talk about it before the match starts. Now you get this free time out on the end change. So now you're going to discuss anything that you're thinking, you're seeing, because before you know it, it's over and you're switching partners.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. There is not as much filling out time or filling out process in the rally scoring matches because every point counts and it's so quick that you have to make your adjustments within 1 or 2 shots. Otherwise, we've seen it before, a 5-6 point lead. Yes, you can come back. Bigger comebacks in singles compared to doubles. We almost go side out scoring in rally scoring in doubles, and it's tough to make up that deficit.
So what's the adjustment that O'Verne and DeHart need to make out of the end change?
Well, right now they're just getting sucked into what William Sobek wants to do, and William Sobek is controlling the court really well right now. They need to really go to McNulty a little more, see if he can create, because Sobek's creating really nice right now.
William Sobek, an accomplished player. We mentioned the gold last year here in New York City. His first gold in men's singles. That was a memorable match as he came through the back draw to double dip Vuk Velikkovic in one of the best matches on tour last year.
2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. It's Shuffle Day. So shuffle on over to championship court.
Oh, beautiful ATP from DeHart. Just skims the line.
That was close.
Yeah, it was.
And originally I didn't think he got it in, but it looks like he got it right on the line.
9-11.
The APP thanks our great sponsors and partners. Are you or someone you care about suffering from aching joints? Well, don't let pain keep you on the sidelines. Get back in the game with Zimmer Biomet, the official MedTech sponsor of the APP. Stop by the Zimmer Biomet.
Another one.
Oh, Sobek lets it develop and gets the ATP winner.
I mean, that's clean winner. I mean, he rips this backhand here.
Well, the thing that helps is it's so far away from him and he's fully extended. Once he flicks that wrist to come back, he has the perfect angle. Doesn't need to add any shape to it.
Sobek so strong with those wrists. He's been in the sport of pickleball a long time, even though he's still part of the next gen. That's a nice combination there, going at the left hip of Auvergne.
That's a no-no zone.
It's dangerous right there because it's also Sobek's forehand, but it's McNulty's backhand, and McNulty's backhand is vicious. I like that, Chad. It's a no-no zone.
Oh, some really great hands there as DeHart's able to finish the point.
There's a little bit of hesitation from McNulty there. Didn't think that the ball he reached on that full stretch was going to be as good as it was. You heard him say, watch to Sobek, so he didn't come forward quickly.
10-13.
Body back from Sobek.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot right there on DeHart. He goes right at that left hip, and you see DeHart kind of shadow hitting what he wanted to do. But even if he did get there, he's still jammed up enough. Perfect spot by William Sobek.
Five-hole winner from Auvergne.
He tried to close the pads.
Little smile there from Sobek.
Kick save and a butte was just not fast enough. And
tried to close the legs.
Well, this is the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, not Madison Square Garden.
Oh, this time DeHart not shaping it enough.
$15-11.
15-11.
I would have
nearly made the pick.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Sobek attack that ball through transition there. It floated up enough. He kind of reset it.
12-15.
Attention all players. In 1 hour, we will be having our last tour of the Arthur Ashe Stadium. That includes a 20 to 25-minute tour of the stadium, the U.S. Open official press room, and the men's and women's lockers. If you would like to take a tour before we break.
Beautiful backhand put away there from Sobek.
It's just too good. He knows what he's going to get here. Even if Auvergne does earn this, he knows he's got that back there. And then as soon as DeHart covers, he's got the backside wide open. All he's got to do is get it down.
Oh, that backhand from Sobek. He's all over it.
Well, Sobek's playing with high intensity right now. He's got excellent footwork. He's taking some chances, but when he does go big there, he still stays compact with the swing so he can get that next ball.
DeHart just casual about that.
Didn't even look at it. He's like, I know that's out. I know my court.
13-17.
Court awareness is something crucial, especially for young players as they're coming up, being able to determine in and out balls just based on where they're standing.
Point.
Good defense there again from Sobek, but McNulty kind of falling back a little bit from the kitchen line there, trying to push that backhand back over.
This one was nip and tuck early on, but since the end change, McNulty and Sobek able to put a little distance between themselves and DeHart and Auvergne. What's been the biggest difference out of the end change?
Well, right now, again, you're just seeing Sobek being so aggressive right now, and it's been the complete difference maker in this match.
Good placement there from Auvergne.
The problem right now is that DeHart and Auvergne cannot afford to go trade side outs here. They have to score a couple on their serve. If not, again, you just keep trading side out. This one's going to be over.
And this is where the rally scoring, where you don't have the freeze, comes into play. Oh, such a smart move from Sobek.
It's the jump drop, right? He makes it look like he's going to push that ball and really pound that ball, and then he just drops it all casual into the kitchen.
19-15. Sobek lets out a whoo. Wow. And it brings up game point.
I mean, I'm not going to say he got a little lucky right there, but he got a little lucky right there. You heard it wasn't the crispest roll, and it actually worked out perfectly for him.
Listen, all counts the same in the book as DeHart can't get the roll off of the tape. That is how this game will end. Jason McNulty and Will Sobek take it 21-15 over Riley DeHart and Stefan Overn. We will split and come back with two new partnerships when we return here on Championship Court at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best. Boy. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Stepping on the gas, no brake light.
Veteran, trailblazer, and still absolutely golden.
I shake them up. Guys, I'm the same guy, on the same grind. Busy printing money, watch the paint dry. My intuition told me through the grapevine that I'ma get rich and I ain't lying. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best.
That was a look at our Vlasic Instant Classic from Cincinnati. Once we wrap up things here in New York, it is on to Newport Beach in the third major of the season as we take a look at the upcoming schedule on the APP Chicago, Dallas, Southern California, Boca Raton. Plenty of action still ahead on this 2024 APP season. It has been a blast so far. This is a great day of action here on this Sunday morning. This new APP New York City Pro Shuffle. The first time we're trying this format on tour. It's already yielded some fun results as we take a look at how Pool 1 of our men's doubles semifinal is playing out. Solbeck and McNulty taking that first game, so they are 1-0 with a plus 5-point differential.
Side out.
So a quick side out.
1-0.
So the new partnerships are McNulty and DeHart and Auvergne and Sobek. The partnerships are already determined in order when the players come into court.
Oh, Sobek trying to go ATP again. He's had success in the first game here. He's staring down the pole. Pole didn't do anything.
Well, it's like when you strike out, you look at the bat. It's not your fault.
Yeah, right.
Or you miss a shot and you look at your paddle. Everything else is to blame.
Exactly. Auvergne getting caught off of the hip.
Interesting. This is a tougher matchup for McNulty here as well. He's got two lefties in here, predominantly a right side player. So it's kind of taking him out of his comfort zone a little bit. You see how even there he's sitting backhand with that ball going through the middle. It's going to have to be a quick adjustment to go a little bigger on that forehand.
Sobek and Auvergne able to get on the board.
Get.
DeHart just punishing that put away.
Well, great coverage right there from DeHart, too. He covers all the way over on the left side as McNulty was going for the Ernie, and then gets back to his side, too.
That's it.
DeHart puts him down the hand, little head shake. Yes, that was in.
McNulty quickly getting his face out of the way of this one.
2-4.
That's a nice spot there for McNulty. He's able to get the side out back over as A.J. McCord joins us with Jason McNulty's girlfriend. This is exciting all the way around, not just for the players.
It really is, Dorian. I'm sitting here with Katie, who is Jason's girlfriend, and on the edge of your seat, Katie, because we know it is probably more stressful to watch your significant other play than to play yourself.
Yes, definitely. I was actually at a wedding last night on FaceTime watching him play and sitting at the table and getting our whole table of people to watch too. So it's definitely nerve-wracking watching it.
And you're a professional pickleball player yourself. You compete here on the APP Tour. What did you and Jason talk about with this shuffle? How does it differ in terms of strategy for playing in something like this versus your traditional doubles, mixed doubles, and singles?
I know he's really excited to play, mostly because he gets to play with a bunch of other people. It's good and bad getting to play with the same person all the time because you get chemistry, obviously, with playing with somebody for so long. But everybody else also is locked up, so you can't get other partners a lot of times. So it's kind of nice to play with other people. And so he's really looking forward to that.
Understandably so. So a really cool insight here, Dorian, in terms of what these players are going through. And, of course, their partners on the sideline invested in every point.
Thanks, AJ. Jason McNulty, we've seen him play a lot on, we've seen them play with Andre Mick a lot.
Oh.
New partnerships, is that?
0.6.
I mean, just casual. I mean, Jason McNulty, just walked through this like it was a stroll in Central Park. walks on over, takes that backhand, whips it around.
It'll be a beautiful day for the stroll in the park today. Blue skies. Gorgeous New York City day as that sails long.
That's a good spot there from Auvergne on McNulty. Goes a little bit elevated toward that right shoulder. So now as McNulty's sitting on that backhand, coming up, creates that chicken wing pop-up.
Oh!
Man down.
Oh!
Oh, we almost had two men down there. I thought McNulty was going to throw a roll in.
Ryler to Hart, tuck and roll. Fantastic effort to even get there.
I mean, it was kind of graceful.
Well, I tell you what, though, the roll saves his face.
Yes.
These courts aren't forgiving.
That's a good-looking face. The Hart showing up without the goatee that he was sporting last 2 weeks ago in Cincinnati as Sobek finds the winner down the line.
Yeah, great hands battle right there as Sobek finally inserts himself here and gets the ball down. We talk about that, getting the ball down on those firefights. Who can do that first? You're going to come out on top.
Side out, 0.7.
We love you, Will.
7 all here between DeHart and McNulty and Auvergne and Sobek. As DeHart misses the drive.
That's a good return right there from Sobek. Nice cut return, kept it really low to the net. I almost thought it was going to go into the net.
8-7.
Just long off of the paddle of Auvergne, 8 all.
And nice counter there from DeHart as well. Tough spot. Sobek 2 matches in a row here that he's being able to hit good spots on DeHart.
Put away right down Broadway.
Side out, 0.9.
And a little unlucky with the net cord there. McNulty sitting on a forehand, kicks, goes to the backhand, and then Auvergne, big power through. And there's another one.
He swung twice at it.
Swatting flies right now.
Again, nothing McNulty can do right there. That ball up and off the tape.
It goes Auvergne and Sobek, their largest lead of the game. Sobek stepping across into the left hip of McNulty. That will take us to the end change as Auvergne and Sobek have found something that is working for them. They take a 3-point lead into the end change. What did they find?
Well, what you're seeing is just a little bit of uncomfortable sides for Jason McNulty. He is not very comfortable on that left side, and right now it's getting exposed a tad, okay? He's not playing bad, but what's happening is they're getting him off balance. They're going to his right foot, which he's trying to still counter with the backhand instead of being able to open up. So that right now is my difference in why you have Sobek and Auvergne in the lead here.
Well, guess what? Next match he's playing on the same side, so you better figure it out quick.
I know.
Well, in this Pro Shuffle format, Chad, even if you're uncomfortable, you still have to be able to find a way to score points because McNulty, he won the first match. It all comes down to points. So even if you're not winning, if you can keep it close, you're keeping yourself in the mix to move on.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, right now, I mean, the player that is the hottest on the court is William Sobek. You know, has an opportunity to go 3-0 if he wins this one and the next one, obviously. But let's say that situation. So now you've got 1-3-0, 3 players that are 1-2. That's where that point differential comes in. So, you know, McNulty right here, biggest thing for him is trying to get as many points as he can, even if you do lose. And that's where that big adjustment has to come.
Sobek is feeling it right now. That was a beautiful forehand. And you said Sobek is the hottest player on the court. He might be the hottest player in this shuffle because he's the only player in the semifinals who has not lost the game yet.
He just answered you. He goes, yep, I'm feeling it.
Listen, it is all participation here.
Oh, and Alvern feeding off it right now. So what I'd almost like to see right here, McNulty and DeHart, give me a switch.
I was going to say the same thing. Ryler didn't look bad on the left because he does favor that forehand. Dink a little bit more. He is strong on the backhand. Oh, I think he hit an out ball.
Just got a little bit on top of that.
Little heat check right there.
Great hands battle won by DeHart and McNulty.
9-13. Point. 10-13.
Oh, nice little inside-out backhand there from McNulty.
And that's a tough ball to get a hold of right there. But you see him go up into the chicken wing motion, but he still lays the wrist back so he can punch down on it.
Great spot right there from William Sobek, finding the opening. Pulled DeHart well beyond the sideline right there. Created that hole in the middle.
Nice deep return there. Tough ball for Avern to try to pick up.
12-14.
12-14.
Got him right in the glasses.
Certainly not intentionally. You see Sobek putting the hands up immediately as that ball just... That is a performance that belongs on the stage down on Broadway from Ryler DeHart.
It's great. I mean, that is clean. He's trying to get out of the way. Nothing he can do right there.
It's great to see the players having a little bit of fun in this format as well. This tournament is so competitive. We saw that play out over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and this is competitive as well. But you got a little bit of that element of showmanship as well.
Yeah, no, they're having a lot of fun here, and it is nice for the players.
Well, you know, the thing is, when you're playing, you know, Dom and I are playing against two other guys, we can be a little bit more chirpy. We can go through it a little bit. So,
well, you talk about that competitiveness, and nowhere was that more evident than on Friday night. We had one of our best matches of the tournament in the men's singles gold medal match between Chris Hayworth and Grayson Golden. We'll be getting to that a little bit later here as we take this timeout on court.
Yeah, and what I was talking about there is I can't really go at Dom.
Why not?
Because I have to partner with him the next game.
So you wait, what I'm hearing you say is you wait till the third game.
You wait till the third game.
Right.
So we're a little bit friendlier in the first two games.
Okay, what I also think we need is we need to have an APP broadcaster shuffle.
Uh-oh. Ooh. I vote not to have Hank in my pool.
I'll take Graf.
I was just thinking the four of us is in you, the two of you, me, and AJ. But sure, okay, we can open it up.
I mean, we can do that. We've got to include the production crew as well, though.
Also, we can do like a full tournament. It'd be entertaining like this for a whole nother reason. DeHart puts that one away with emphasis.
Side out, point.
Hey, Jason,
13.
just step off right here for a second. I got you as DeHart gets huge in the middle right here.
13-15.
13-15 as they've battled back within 2.
And
Easy put away there for Vern.
Yeah, Vern showing up. He can hit that big overhead as well.
Helps that he's every bit of 6'3" in that length.
13.
And tons of size in the middle for the big lefty.
A good counter there from
Side
DeHart.
out, point. 14.
Uses the pace from Vern's drive and just punches that back deep and low.
14-16.
Yeah, oh, pretty.
Side out, point.
Man.
17.
Just smooth, nice and easy behind DeHart. DeHart sitting heavy forehand in the middle.
17-14.
Well, we're in the
Side
land
out.
of we cannot
15.
keep playing side out here. Once we get to like 15, 16, 17, you can't continue to just trade side outs here. You need to score on your
15,
serve.
17.
You need to get a little bit closer.
Oh, he pushed it wide, created the opportunity that he wanted.
There may be no one that is trickier on the men's side than Will Sobek when it comes to his ability
16,
to cut
17.
and slice and frankly dice his competition.
Oh, McNulty
Side
taking a
out,
peek
point
back.
18.
DeHart trying to say no, let it go. McNulty
Let
plays
it go. Let it go.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, that's pretty as well.
Oh my.
The heavy roll just drops it in the back of the court.
Well, and with his, you talked about Vern's ability to reach in his big size.
19,
That is
16.
on display right there. Full extension out in front, quick extension, a quick acceleration up the back of the ball.
That one into the net, and now O'Vern and Sobek with a game point up 20-16.
Well, that point was caused by the cut
20,
drop
16.
from Sobek, caused the pop-up from McNulty.
It's a nice
Side out,
combination
point
there to keep
17.
McNulty and DeHart in this. You have to find points somewhere because you don't have to
17-20.
win on your serve. So it's still game point.
Wow.
Does
Did it with
another
ATP.
around the post.
Will Sobek stays perfect in this competition as he and Stefan O'Vern take game 2 over Ryler DeHart and Jason McNulty 21-17. Don't go anywhere. We will have a game 3 action in our men's semifinal pod here at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Flat tire.
Nothing brings us together like Eggland's best eggs. We love the taste, always so fresh and delicious, plus superior nutrition. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Here's how we stand after 2 games in our first of 2 men's doubles semifinals in our APP New York City Pro Shuffle. Will Sobek leading 2-0. Jason McNulty 1-1. Stefano Verne 1-1. And Ryler DeHart is 0-2. We've had some great play here, but we've had some great play across the course of this tournament as we take a look at our Fulfill Raising the Bar moment of the tournament. And it came to us on Friday night in our men's singles gold medal match. This was championship point between Chris Hayworth and Grayson Golden, these two battling it out. It went to extra points, but it was Hayworth taking the gold medal in straight games. As he raises the trophy, gets the gold medal here in New York City. And there's AJ. She's joined in VIP. I think you got the better seat over there, AJ, alongside Chris Hayworth and Mari Humberg.
Yeah, that's right. We got the crew here in the VIP booth. Chris, we just saw you win the men's singles gold medal on the screen. Your 3rd gold in men's singles in 5 tournaments. What do you credit your consistency to?
Just practicing, I guess. I mean, the more you practice, the better you're going to play. So drilling a lot, working on my singles, also working on my doubles. So that's my goal for the next tournament, is to do better in doubles.
Cannot wait to see that. And speaking of consistency, Mari Humberg here has been consistent this morning in the pool play. You're going to play next here on Championship Court, but you've already made it into the semifinals. What do you make of your first experience with this shuffle format?
I think it's a really fun format personally because I enjoy playing with different people. It's a lot of adjusting because you don't know your partners as well, and it's rally scoring, so it's quick, right? You make a couple of mistakes and it seems like you can't get it back. So I'm looking forward to playing more. Different pool, have not played with them much either, so we'll see how it goes.
So strategy-wise, coming into a shuffle format like this where, yes, you're playing in a team and also you have to look out for yourself, how do you balance those two?
I think obviously try to limit your mistakes. Since there are new partnerships, yes, you are in one too, but middle balls are a really good strategy here because no one knows who's going to take it. And then also, we know these girls, you know, it's the girls that we always see in every tournament. So we know what we should and shouldn't do. That doesn't mean we always execute, but we do know what we need to do. So what's funny is that you talk to one about strategy and then the next match is against her. You know? So it's like, it's tricky, but it's been fun so far.
You know, Chad Edwards, I'll give him credit for coining the term, the point of contention. That's what we call that spot in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that spot in the middle is so tricky, especially, for example, I just played with Amanda Hendry in my pool, and she's a lefty. We've never played together. That's 2 forehands, right? We talked about it before. She said middle's yours unless it's like we call it early. Great. All right, in that case, we did not have any confusion, but I feel like that's not the commonality, right? There was definitely some confusion in some of the other matches that I was seeing, and just partnerships that you never thought you would see. So lots of fun so far, even on the men's side. We're watching here, Ryler and Stefan just had to play together. That's 2 lefties.
The chaos.
2 lefties playing together. So, very fun. Very fun.
So much fun to have you guys in the booth joining the broadcast. Thanks so much, Chris. Mari, we'll send it back to you, Dorian.
Thanks, AJ. It sounds like Mari is campaigning for a potential analyst. You heard Rob Nunnery in here yesterday. We'll get Mari's perspective later on in the course of the tournament this year.
3-2.
3-2 in favor of Ryler DeHart and Will Sobek.
On your way to Championship Court, visit the APP Tour store. You can make your own record-themed shirt to commemorate your experience. Everything is first come, first served. So head over there now.
Nice spot there from Sobek.
And that's exactly what Mari was talking about in terms of strategy, then turning around and playing against each other as Sobek and McNulty partnered up first. That time, Sobek gets him with the body bag.
Well, the big thing there, too, is, like we've already talked about, McNulty likes to sit heavy on the backhand. The adjustment he's making is he's trying to get bigger with the forehand, but because he's not used to how far over he has to come there on the left, gets really big, and Sobek just goes right in the center of the chest.
Nice combination there. Another point as we are tied at 4-all here in our 3rd of 3 games in this men's doubles semifinal.
4-4.
Verne was off balance for about 2 or 3 of those balls right there. Couldn't really gain his balance until the last one, and then as he's on balance, he goes in the net.
Which is why he was so frustrated afterwards. there from DeHart.
DeHart having none of that. He's sitting heavy forehand in the middle. Alvern tries to roll this through with the backhand, but DeHart was not fooled.
6-4. Side out, point
And there you see the unfamiliarity coming into play once again as Sobek going over to try and take that a little too far off the edge guard. Gives an immediate, I'm sorry.
5-6.
Second time today he's apologized to Ryler DeHart.
Just
Good lead
wide.
there from DeHart.
7.
McNulty, not a bad shot right there. Right thought process. Tries to slide it
7-5.
down the backhand side there of DeHart, but difficult with the angle.
Side out, point 6.
Yeah, just missing.
Just long.
Yeah, just missing that baseline right there off the forehand of William Sobek.
No, it didn't touch him. 6-7.
6-7.
Oh,
Side out, point
sat
8.
up on the net for a second there.
I feel like we've seen more net cords come into play in this
8-6.
tournament than maybe all year. There have been so many.
Oh.
Had to adjust off of the net cord. Couldn't make the ATP. It's another point for DeHart and Sobek.
Well, it was there, and McNulty just didn't create the angle. We saw
9-6.
one earlier where he did a good job staying nice and relaxed. That one did as well, but could hit through it a little bit more.
Backhand flick. Sobek catches the line. How many times is he going to do that today?
It was not there.
Hey.
It was not
Well,
there.
obviously it
Well,
was
clearly
there.
it was
He
there.
created this.
Oh, it was enough. It was just a very tough shot. But the reason why Sobek gets that is his backhand is
11-6,
already
1
with
minute.
the hooked wrist.
Yeah.
So now on that one, he's able to get outside it and shape it.
And here's the hard part right here as I'm mathing in the booth here.
Uh-oh. I see
Well,
smoke.
it's a good thing it's
Right.
not
I
me
see
mathing as we
smoke.
head into our end change.
The hard thing right here is Sobek pretty much is set. He's 2-0. He's got a lot of points. They're in the lead here. It's right now between DeHart and McNulty.
Yeah.
Okay. And Alvern basically, because he can't catch up to Jason McNulty, he's out basically because they're partnered. The problem is DeHart needs to win by 12 or more. And so right now, he needs to be like, hey, William, let's go. Because, okay, we got a 4-point lead here. We need to extend this. He needs to win by 12 or more to move on. And it's very difficult.
So what you're saying is that they can't allow Stefan and Jason to score any more than 3 points.
Correct.
For the rest of this match.
Correct.
Yeah, for DeHart,
Correct.
that number has to be 9 or lower. I could do that math. Look at that.
I carried the one remainder. I have a remainder. We're in trouble.
This is why the APP New York City Pro Shuffle, this format is so interesting because you just pointed it there. DeHart came into this game number 3. He was minus 10, and you saw it already get up to to minus 5. And so Will Sobek in the driver's seat, but he can really help DeHart here by finishing off the pairing of McNulty and Alvern.
Side out,
That's
point
not going
7.
to pause right there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Easy forehand dink for DeHart into the net.
Now, the
77.
other thing is, too, don't think that the players out there aren't doing the math in their head while they're playing.
Yes.
Nice
Side out,
angle
point
there from
12.
DeHart.
$12-7.
Is it harder to do math as a commentator or a player, guys?
Hard to do math in general.
I know we're in double digits. That's a lot for you.
I mean, you could figure out his batting average all day. Hitting 275 right now. If I go 12 for the next 18.
Oh!
Into the hip. Center mass. Another point for DeHart and Sobek.
That's a great spot right there for DeHart. He goes cross body on McNulty, but The key on crossbody when you're going towards the sideline is to get that really on the outside hip and don't pull it too much.
Missed the third shot, drive side out. And so here we're getting into that margin.
The whole,
he knows.
Dahat just spun off. Oh, absolutely he knows.
Point.
Sobek just got a little stuck there. Wasn't as fast with the feet. Ended up full extension, caught off the end of the paddle.
Side out, point 14.
All right. Dahat and Sobek looking for a 7-0 run right here to close it out.
We haven't had a run of 7 points by any team today.
Uh-oh.
Side out, point
Side
10.
out, that is 10 for the duo of O'Verne and McNulty. And I'm not saying our math is perfect, but that should
I was
do
just
it.
about to say, we're putting a lot of faith in Dominic Catalano's math right now.
Wow. Oh, nice cover in the middle there from William Sobek.
Back corner pocket winner. Five-point advantage for DeHart and Sobek. Just long off of the paddle, side out.
11.
As we take a look at the standings, here's where we're sitting. Sobek in the driver's seat. McNulty -2 and O'Verne and DeHart based on the score at 15-11, both at -6.
Tom, was your math wrong?
No, because that's live.
Yeah, but you said that he couldn't give up more than 9. He's already given up 9 and tied with O'Verne.
16.
Yeah, but O'Verne doesn't matter with O'Verne.
It's between DeHart and McNulty.
I know.
16-11.
16-11.
Oh, yeah.
The backhand through the middle. That's a great spot there from Will Sobek.
Well, the thing that Sobek does so well right there is he's fully loaded and he can take the opportunity of taking this ball either down the line or cross body, full extension, wrist laid back. Perfect execution there.
Timeout on the court. There are a few things we should mention about this Pro Shuffle format. We've seen the updating score lines. So in the event, not saying it will happen here, but in the event of a tie, they will go to total points scored between two players, and the player with the higher total point will advance.
Yeah, it goes, first off, it goes to point differential. Then if there's the tie in the point differential, then you go to total points.
Also important to note that once two players, the top two players from each pod move on, your points reset to 0. It is not a total accumulation of points throughout the day, so everyone starts from 0 in the next set of pods.
Right, not accumulative from moving from pod to pod.
So right now, McNulty
no timeouts
and
remaining.
DeHart both
Servers,
-4.
One timeout.
So
Dom, your math ain't mathin'.
Your math ain't mathin'.
17-11.
17-11.
Uh-oh.
Sobek misses the return.
Point 12. 12-17. Point.
A couple of missed returns here.
That's not what you want when you're trying to get out of a bracket right here. Is 2 free points on that easy miss return.
Putting that away with some emphasis.
Little frustration behind that one?
Just a smidge.
18.
Gets to Hart and Sobek back on serve, up by 5.
point.
Good placement there.
Nice little backhand flick there from Ryler to Hart. Gets that ball down at the shins.
19-13.
Hart moving through the transition zone. Can't make the play, so side out.
Yeah, the Hart caught that one just a little bit too far behind the body.
14-19.
Nice spot
Nice
there.
spot, yeah.
We saw Solbeck go a couple of times behind a Hart on that backhand side. McNulty tried it earlier in this match. Just pushed it a little wide. This time, perfect execution.
Oh, look how low he gets on that to get to the forehand.
Oh.
His head's almost below the net.
That is a young man's game, Dom.
20-15.
Chad and I aren't getting up from that.
I'm aware.
I'm not getting in that position in the first place.
So back just
Side
a little
out
bit off
point
balance.
16.
So O'Verne and McNulty able to stave off a game point.
16-20.
Still game point number 2.
Oh, that get by McNulty right there may have saved him and got him through to the championship bracket.
Circle that get by McNulty should he advance.
17-20.
Great get. Into the net. That is how game 3 will end as DeHart and Sobek take game number 3 over Stefan O'Verne
Will
and
Sobek
Jason
hobbling off the court right
McNulty.
now. Sobek.
21-17. We will hear from Will Sobek, the undefeated champion of this men's doubles semifinal pot, when we return here at the APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Gamma. Play to live, live to play. Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. And Humana, official healthcare partner of the APP Tour.
Will Sobek moving through, undefeated in this men's semifinal pod, 3-0. It's been a great day for Will Sobek as he's just been dictating point after point.
Well, he's been playing aggressively, but he's been playing smart at the same time. He's chosen the right balls to speed up. He knows exactly where that next ball is coming back. So, fantastic performance by him. We're going to throw it down to AJ McCord, who's courtside.
Yeah, that's right. Sitting here with Will Sobek, coming out 6-0 so far in this pool play, but not without some challenges. What is going on with your leg?
Yeah, so I'm cramping right now. It pretty much started the last game, the last like 4 or 5 points. I started limping to Ryler. I was just hoping he would make a really good drive or a really good drop, just take over a little bit. He started doing that. I was like, all right, perfect. I don't have to do too much. Let me just cover my sideline, dink cross court or dink line. I'll just let you take everything else. I need a little time for myself right now.
Well, and now you're on to the championship pool here in the Shuffle. Walk me through, before this one, you said, I'm really loving this format. I'm really enjoying getting to play with different partners. What is it about this format that you're learning to enjoy?
I mean, it's super exciting. It's super fun as well. I mean, I'm just having a blast out here on the court. And there's so many different play styles, right? I'm playing with lefties. I'm playing with righties. I'm playing with left side players, right side players, right? So it's a lot of fun. And just having great experience. I mean, and I'm also in New York, right? So it's always, I'm loving it here. But yeah, it's super fun, like I said, and I'm just having the time of my life right now.
When it comes to playing with different partners, obviously you two are trying to win as a team for the moment, but you are trying to win individually throughout the entire thing. So how do you balance that?
I mean, you gotta be super supportive when you're with them, right? But if they make a mistake, you know, you'll save that for a little bit later, right? So, no, I mean, like I said, it's all good vibes here, right? I'm having a blast. There's nothing personal on the court, right? It's all business related. So, I mean, they'll understand that. I'll understand that, right? So we're all just having some fun out here. And like I said, it's just super exciting to be here.
Well, congratulations, Will. We will see you later on today. We will be right back with more coverage here live from New York City.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing. Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
The APP is sponsored by LS, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour. C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA. And Tervis, the original insulated tumbler.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live. Live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Typical insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious. With better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
We encourage you to follow our socials at official.
Welcome back to the APP NYC Pro Shuffle, a brand new format that we are introducing to the tour here in this 2024 season. The fans find in the shade here in the shadows of Arthur Ashe Stadium at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Right now, we switch our attention to the women because it is time for them in semifinal number 1. Here's a look at all the women who have advanced to the semifinal stage of this women's doubles shuffle. These are the 4 women on the court right now. Megan Fudge, Krista Getcheva, Mari Humberg, and Carolina Lopez Ascarate. What do you guys like so far about how you're seeing these players just adapt to playing with different players?
Well, I mean, it's an adjustment process, and it's who can make the adjustments quickly. Because you're playing with, a lot of times you're playing with partners or players that you haven't played with, so it's a new partnership. So who can make those adjustments early? If you think they're not talking beforehand, they are. I know a lot of the ladies last night after they got done were going around when they found out who was in their first pool of the day. They were going around talking, hey, let's do this, let's do that. So, again, they are talking and discussing what they want to do. But on the flip side, like William said, you have to do that, but then you have to be careful.
You don't want to give up too much.
Right.
Because you're playing against them in the next game.
Exactly.
But what we've also seen as well is no lead is really safe in this format. We have seen a couple of players already go up 2-0, and then they've had a bit of a rough showing in that third match and haven't made it out of the pool. The reason being is that point differential. Every point really matters in this situation.
Lopez and Humberg.
So it's been really fun to watch it unfold here on the APP. You are on the cutting edge. We are having some fun. That's been the theme of every player that I have talked to, is that they are loving this opportunity because it really does give you a chance to get to know other players, figure out different strategies, and we're close to halfway through the 2024 APP Tour. There's still some tournaments left, so we might see some partnerships evolving out of this APP New York City Pro Shuffle. It's Mari Humberg with the tweener, beautifully executed.
Scramble.
And she
Fudge takes the angle on the
wide.
overhead, goes wide. Okay, Mari Humberg.
Tracks that down. Perfect tweener right there. Nice drop from Fudge, but Humberg recovered quickly.
Humberg went 3-0 in the round previous to this to advance to this semifinal.
Oh,
Point
that's a gift right there for Megan Fudge. That ball pops up off the tape.
Megan Fudge also went 3-0 in her first round to punch her ticket here to the semifinals.
I'll recall. 1-1.
So it will be Fudge with the serve. 1-1, the score for her and Krista Getcheva.
Point.
Nice drop right there from Gecheva. That little forehand cut. She loves that shot right there.
2-1.
Nice ball movement there from Lopez. Hits both corners of the court, going behind Gecheva and then down the line behind Fudge.
Oh, nice two-handed backhand from Gecheva underneath the paddle of Humberg. So it's 3-2 the score for Fudge's serve. That time Gecheva with the jumping forehand finds this middle space between Humberg and Lopez's paddle.
Well, right there, too, you saw a little bit of miscommunication in the middle from Humberg and Lopez. Who was going to take that? That's what you're going to see with this kind of draw.
Mari even talked about that in her interview with us during the last men's bracket. The last men's pool play here on Championship Court. She said that's where she's trying to target, is that middle point, because even in established doubles duos, we see that point of contention come into play often.
Humberg tried to cut that one a little too fine. Ball stayed down on her a little bit as well. I'm liking Krista Gecheva right now, playing with a little bit more intensity. Watched her a little bit yesterday and has a tendency to get a little flat at times. Yeah, not good.
Fudge made a run for it, but a beautiful shot there from Humberg, change of pace.
Well, Fudge did that to Humberg early on, and now Humberg gives it back.
Oh, that time, Mari Humberg down the middle, gets that ball to drop inside, and we're all tied up.
Yeah, catches Gecheva there on the slide to clear the backhand to the right. Fudge jumped to the left a little bit as well. Nice big opening for that backhand roll, but same person and sprays that serve big.
6-5.
Gecheva with the serve. Fudge with the lob, another tweener from Humberg. Gecheva there, ready for it, and does a beautiful job going cross court.
The key on that is Gecheva hitting that angle off the tweener from Humberg, and we got an update from the second men's pool. It's Brendan Long and Jack Monroe moving on. Brendan Long and Monroe both go 2-1. Monroe moves on by 4 points over CJ Klinger. So it'll be Long, Monroe,
8-5.
Sobek, and McNulty
in our championship. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Point.
On the women's side, still plenty to be decided. This is semifinal number 1, so 4 spots up for grabs
6-8.
in the championships for them later on this afternoon.
Side out.
Humberg
Point
leaving that
9.
shot just a bit short.
Brendan Long is the only seed.
9-6.
Top 8 seed in the final. Everyone else unseeded.
That's the difficulty of this format, though.
Yep.
A perfect ball there from Gecheva. Backhand passing shot after the setup from Fudge.
10-6.
Mari Humberg get big, great bounce off of that overhead. to get them a point and back on serve.
We saw Humberg find that middle a few times yesterday in women's doubles.
Side out, point, 11.
Lopez trying to
Timeout
cut that
changes,
drop
11,
there, but
7,
the
1
issue,
minute.
body moving into the ball, doesn't get any extension on it, just stays flat.
So we'll have an end change here in our APP New York City Pro Shuffle semi-game number 1. Fudge and Getcheva with the lead here early on in this first game between these 4 women. Who has been the player who has stood out to you individually so far, Chad?
Well, Megan Fudge is playing with a lot of confidence the last couple of tournaments, and we're seeing a lot more aggressive play coming out from her. She's taking opportunities to speed up and really put some pressure on, and so far she's done a good job of keeping Krista Getcheva positive in this one and playing some good shots.
What about for you, Dom?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's going to be seeing Mari Humberg, talking to Lopez right now and trying to figure out what they need to do here. I mean, it's striking distance. You have it within 4 in the end change. This is not a huge deficit. You just need to kind of regroup and get a couple here on your side. Get this early side out. Get the ball back in your hands. But they're not playing bad. I don't see that, being a factor right now. It's just about execution right now. And can they execute here in the second half of this first game?
Fudge will get us started again with the serve. A little bit pace speed up by Humberg. But Megan Fudge puts it away. Forehand cross-court winner down the sideline.
Mari's about to go up and yell at the let court because it hurt her a lot yesterday. I know she was upset with it. I think she was about to go beat it.
They're on the outs, huh?
Yeah.
The net cord giveth, the net cord taketh away. Oh, there was that confusion.
Yeah, that's the communication issue right there. Lopez thought Humberg was going to come over and take it, but the issue there as well is Humberg comes over that far and just bumps it over the net, leaves a complete open side.
There is so much junk on the ball with 3 out of the 4 of these ladies between Fudge, Getcheva, and Humberg. They are constantly cutting and spinning and slicing balls. It's unreal. You got to make such a quick adjustment.
So walk us through that quick evaluation process of the adjustment you have to make when there's not much junk on the ball.
Well, you got to understand that what the type of spin is coming to you and what you can and cannot do. The worst thing to do is try and play it flat because that spin's going to take a count. You may pop that ball up. So you have to read what your opponent's doing. You really have to pay attention. Not like you're not anyway, but again, you really need to pay attention to their stroke, what they're doing, and what they're putting on the ball.
9-14 the score for Humberg serve.
Point.
Fudge missing that one just wide.
No, she's staying aggressive and creating opportunities there. Fudge just trying to go for a little bit extra on that one.
Ooh, nice pull of the trigger there from Getcheva on her backhand right there. She does like that backhand. She will pull the trigger on the forehand. She'll like to cut and slice that ball.
15-10. Point.
Such a good spot right there. Getcheva reaching in, using that reach to her advantage, and she finds that hole in the middle.
Fudge and Getcheva have just been slowly but surely consistently building on their lead throughout this game. And there, Getcheva, big serve to do the same. Forces a timeout on the court on the side of Humberg and Lopez. trails 17-10 here. And Dom, this is something that also needs to be noted, is it's not just about winning the game. It is how much you win or lose by that plays a critical role in deciding who moves on.
No, and that's why this first game is very, very important.
Right.
If you're going to drop game one, you really have to think of dropping game one close.
Right.
3-4 points.
Well,
okay, I'm still sitting.
I'm calling
okay.
17 the magic number.
Right.
If you lose a game below that 17 point, it's very difficult to make the adjustment.
And especially that first game.
Yeah.
Because now you're like, okay, I have to win the next two, but of those two, I have to win by more than I lost in that first game. So it really puts you behind the 8 ball if you come out right now down by 7. 7's a lot. 7 is a mountain to climb for both of them.
Yep.
Right?
Because that means that they would have to make up that 7 and win by 8 combined in the next 2 games to make up for just this one loss.
Right, and with the level of play, that's very difficult.
Very challenging to do. Humberg and Lopez Ascarte back on the court, trying to make up some of that difference right now.
Another one.
She just executes that shot so well. Humberg with the third tweener, all 3 of them landing back inbounds. But all 3 of them also, I believe, ending in points for the opposing team. That one took a while for Fudge and Getcheva to close out.
Well, Fudge is using that offensive lob very well. She's pushing them back and then able to really control the point after that.
Side out.
Just a bit wide.
I like it. I mean, that's an 18-10 shot. You're coming in and you're going, all right, we're up. I'll take this opportunity to try and come around and put this ball down.
18.
Oh, that's
right into the face of Humberg goes Getcheva's ball.
That's the second ball in 2 days.
Side out point.
That's hit Humberg right in the center of the head.
Servers. 19, 11,
Well, if you watch her, she slides into it.
Yes.
Right? You watch the slide. She slides to her left and almost leans right into it. Again, no purpose here.
Right.
For
No
any
intention.
of it. But, again, it's that speed up, that high speed up where, you know, Humberg's almost trying to get out of the way of it because she knows it's going out.
But it's always coming on the cross-court ball as well, because that inside-out misdirect is more likely to tail toward the line.
Sure.
With Humberg wanting to slide and clear that forehand, and exactly what you talked about, Dom. She ends up sliding into that ball a lot of the time.
So out of the timeout, it is an 8-point lead here
timeouts remaining in this game.
for Fudge and Getcheva.
Time in. 19,
Megan Fudge with the serve and sitting 2 points away from taking game 1 for herself and her teammate. Make it 1.
Oh, man, this is a huge deficit.
Looking at a 9-point deficit right now. If Getcheva can finish this
20,
game off
11.
on this serve, it's 10 points that Humberg and Lopez Ascarate would have to make up in the next 2 games to keep
Side
their
out,
hopes alive.
point,
Okay,
12.
1 down.
8 more to go.
Well, or
12,
just to get
20.
to your magic 1-5. Humberg stepping over, trying to take over at that point, but it's into the net, her forehand, and so it is Fudge and Getcheva getting the win here in game number 1 of our women's shuffle semifinal.
So it's going to be
final pool 1 goes to the duo of Getcheva and Fudge, 21-12. That's big. That's with a big.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Fat tire.
This week's Partake Community Hero is Terrence Degnan. In 2022, Terrence was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. In response, he found pickleball to be a way to keep his symptoms in check. Earlier this year, Terrence was a key member of an initiative to host a pickleball tournament to benefit the Michael J. Fox Foundation, raising money for Parkinson's research. On behalf of Partake Brewing, we cheers to you, Terrence. Welcome back to the 2024 APP New York City Pro Shuffle. Take a look at our standings here in this women's semifinal. Krista Getcheva and Megan Fudge on top with a win and a 9-point differential. Having to dig themselves out of this situation, you have Carolina and Mari Humberg both dropping that first game. And so now here in this second game, it is going to be Fudge and Humberg partnered up. And then on the other side of the net, it is Getcheva and Carolina Lopez Azcarate.
Serving on my right, Fudge Humberg. Time in, 0-0.
Thank you for your attendance and support of this event all week long. We've reached Shuffle Sunday. As the Hampton Shuffle meets Championship Court today, we need you over there at Championship Court providing the energy.
Good get out of the way there from Getcheva.
I mean, I tell you what, do you think Fudge was anticipating that speed up from Getcheva? She had already slid and loaded before Getcheva even hit the ball.
Head on over there now and you'll enjoy that. On your way there, be sure to stop by the
Nice shake and bake there from Lopez and Getcheva off the drive.
Getcheva coming into this second game of this semifinal with a little bit of authority. She took the first game with Megan Fudge and trying to make it 2-0.
Side out.
Humberg, great little forehand flick there to put herself and Fudge on the board.
1-2.
And if you're hungry, go check out the Fulfill Activation Shop to try some delicious and healthy protein bars. We swear it's a protein bar. As we continue on with our shuffle format today, you can stay up to date with all the shuffle brackets information.
Good spot right there from Megan Fudge. Almost threw Lopez off just enough where she couldn't decide whether to take that out of the air or let that bounce.
Fudge with the lob. Carolina ready for it. And then in the middle, some confusion. So it's the first lead of this second game for Fudge and Humberg.
Yeah, of all the pods that we've seen so far, this is the most confusion we've seen in the middle so far today.
Well, and Mari was telling me in this, before she came on to Championship Court, that these are three women that she really does not have a lot of experience playing with. And so despite the fact that this is a shuffle and you play multiple games with multiple people, for some of these players, they kind of luck out in terms of where they land because they do have experience playing with each other in gender doubles or having played against each other quite a bit. That's not the case for these four players.
Side out. Point. 4.
Nice counter there from Lopez. The ball a little bit elevated there from Fudge. Really not the spot she was looking for.
Great push there. The forehand from Getcheva down the middle gives us a chance to check in with Dorian Kraft. She's in the VIP area with Eric Onsines.
That's right, AJ. Eric Onsines, kind enough to join me in what I think are the best seats in the house. We got the VIP, we got the shade, we got some breeze going on over here as Eric has been taking in the Pro Shuffle. Eric, what are your thoughts on this new format that we're going to see more and more on tour this year?
I think it's really nice. I mean, especially seeing some of these pros coming out of their comfort zone, having to play a side that they're not used to, and just see what they have to offer to the game, especially like, I mean, some of us players, we're so used to playing on one side for the whole year and then having to change that for a couple games and just adjusting to that. And it's just a fun environment to be in.
You rooting for the other Brazilian on the court?
I am. Gotta stay loyal to my country.
We saw you play yesterday with Ryler DeHart. He was just out here at our men's semifinal doubles pod. You guys made a run to 9th. What are just your takeaways from being here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center and getting this opportunity to play here?
I mean, it's just amazing. I've been a tennis player in the past, and now I love this place, specifically the U.S. Open, where my dad also got to play in a few years back. And now coming here and playing pickleball, playing this amazing event, is just really nice for me to be experienced that, and I'll for sure be back next year.
And you and I were talking about the men's championship, which will be coming up later. You think it's going to come down to Jack Monroe or Will Sobek? Tell us why.
Well, I think, this format goes by very fast. It's rally scoring, and I think the players that can make the most balls and be as consistent as they can have a huge advantage on this specific format. And also, I'm gonna go for Jack since he's hosting me this week in Austin. I'm gonna go cheer for him.
It sounds like a little bit of bias, but we thank you for your time, Eric. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week, and AJ will send it back up to you guys in the booth.
Thanks so much, Dorian. Of course, that means Eric is rooting for Mari Humberg, the other Brazilian on the court, originally from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
And Chad, another kid that you and I have known since he was little, Eric Onsines, and as they grow up, they become more and more dangerous on a pickleball court. That kid is at just the tip of his potential. Yes, I mean, that kid's potential is to the moon and back.
He's, just coming into his game now. Was 5-0 player when he was younger, just like Jack Monroe, but took some time off, go and play college tennis.
Some good genes there, too, for Eric. His dad, Jaime, was an Olympian for his native country of Brazil. Also played in a few U.S. Opens here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Went back and coached the Brazilian team in tennis just a few years ago in the Olympics. Excited to see how Eric continues to grow in the game of pickleball. That time, Megan Fudge, well-placed ball.
Great volley lob right there from Megan Fudge. She does not allow it to bounce, takes it right up out of the air and over the left shoulder of Lopez, perfectly placed.
Fudge with the serve, her and Humberg trailing by 2. Make it 3 in this second game.
Well, it's funny, I got to see one of Eric Onsines' final tennis matches in college, and I was just in the right place at the right time. I was going to an FGCU baseball game, and they were playing across the parking lot, and got a chance to go see him play. Was a great tennis player, absolutely incredible. And Chad, we've known him for a while. His family, you know his family very well. Really excited to see Eric a lot more on tour and what that kid is really going to do for the game of pickleball.
Yeah, Eric's actually moving up to Nashville with us to train full time. So we have 3 other younger pros moving up there.
It's exciting, creating a little bit more of a pickleball hub there in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, there's plenty of room for it. There's not much pickleball in Nashville right now. Lots of pickleball players, just not facilities. But that's all going to change in the next 12 months or so.
You heard it here first.
Absolutely.
Allison Harris already coming out of that Nashville market. On the women's side, we saw her and Simone Jargin compete in women's doubles here. We've seen her win medals with Andre Mick in mixed doubles. So exciting stuff happening in every corner of the States here for the fastest growing sport in the country. Back here in the women's shuffle semifinal. Krista Getcheva on the attack. Humberg with the angle. Sorry about it.
I don't know how Humberg got that. That was a protection. Like, no, don't hit me.
Just waved in front of her face.
Again.
Don't hit me in the face again. Jeez.
I know. I don't know if she's been hit in the face more or had more successful tweeners in this shuffle so far, but a lot of them.
And let's not discount right here that the team is in the lead right now. A 3-point lead is, on paper, the underdog team here in this pool. And so this is a little bit of a shocking turn of events here. If they can continue this way, you got that 3-point lead. Now in your head, play side-out pickleball here. If you get a point on a serve, it's a bonus, but play side-out pickleball and you'll be all right.
Well, and this really sets up Krista Getcheva best out of all of them right now because she won that first game. As you can see, they're top of the standings right now. Her point differential is 11 because she and Megan Fudge took that first game incredibly handily. And so now she's setting herself up to move on to that championship bracket.
13-10.
It'll be Carolina with the serve.
Side out, point.
I was saying great hands on the reset from Lopez.
Yep. And I was just about to say, probably one too many speed ups from the transition area there from Lopez. Not the best position to speed up at, especially at Humberg, where she can go into the body of Getcheva.
No love off the net cord for Getcheva. So Fudge and Humberg 1 point away from tying us up here in this semifinal game number 2 of our APP New York City Pro Shuffle.
And Getcheva all over that counter right there. She slid to the backhand beautifully on the speed up from Fudge. Just pulled it a little wide.
Oh, Humberg giving one back. Didn't mean it.
Humberg apologizing immediately as soon as that ball came off the net cord. I love Carolina's sass back at her.
Lopez giving a little head fake like, bring it, let's go.
Things you love to see. Great lob by Fudge, but Krista Getcheva get up to get that ball.
I mean, it's not just getting up. She created an angle that was silly right there.
Ups from Getcheva.
Oh, just out. That's the ball that Humberg wants, but she kind of just rushed it a little bit, overhit it.
15-13. Side out, point, 14.
That's ball right there. Lopez knows it too. She just turns around, looks around our area and goes, it's too low.
So Fudge and Humberg with an opportunity to tie things up. Megan Fudge with the serve.
Combat one mistake with two.
Yep.
And in rally scoring, Chad, we talk about that you cannot have that. Mistakes like that really hurt in rally scoring when you're going to give up a point every time. Oh.
So the top 2 players from this pool are going to move on to the championship. In the other semifinal, we just found out Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman moving on to play in the championship. Susanna Barr coming out of that bracket with a +4, just barely edging Amanda Hendry. 4-2. Braverman dominating in that semifinal. She comes out 12 points ahead. So 2 down, 2 still to be decided to figure out who is going to play in our women's shuffle final. And a reminder of our broadcast coverage. Join us at 2:30 on Fox Sports 1. We will have all 3 games of the women's final and then talk to the winner of the entire thing when we are done with that. Followed by that, we'll have the final 2 games of the men's shuffle final. So we're going to wrap up our coverage here in just a few minutes as soon as this 3rd game of the women's semifinal is done. But join us, 2:30, Fox Sports 1, to find the conclusion of the APP New York City Pro Shuffle, a format we're debuting here today, and all the players love it. We love it. Fans seem to love it. Let's keep the party going this afternoon.
Oh, that's such an aggressive backhand dink there from Megan Fudge. And here we go, Chad. This is all about execution here at the end.
Timeout receivers.
And we're going to get a timeout leading into it. Here we go. 4 points to go.
That gives us an opportunity to check back on our Gamma Live to Play rally of the match. We've had some moments that could contest for this opportunity, but look at this. Mari Humberg defends the face and then takes the angle.
Yeah,
before celebrating with Fudge.
Like we were talking about, not sure how Humberg got that ball back, but it was right in the throat.
I'm not sure she knows how she got that one back.
Sometimes it's just reflex. You know what I'm saying?
Get your paddle up.
Just get your paddle up.
Just in case you hit it. Oh, she's like, oh, perfect reset. Here we go.
Meant to do that. 100% planned.
But now, here you go. 4-point game. Rally scoring. No freeze. Now it's about execution here at the end of the game. 17-17 in a very important second game here for both sides.
Absolutely, and you do not have to win by 2. So it is the first to 21.
It's a race to 21.
Here we go. Let's get fired up.
Time in.
Megan Fudge going to bring us back into action with the serve.
Oh, it's an excellent ball there from Humberg. Aggressive cut, and that ball even slid more once it caught that kitchen line. No way for Getcheva to catch up to it.
Side out.
And that serve sailing long.
Oops, 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 oops.
Cannot have an error like that at this point in this game. Getcheva with the serve, 18 all.
Oh, mark that. Huge save.
The around the post from Fudge off the paddle of Getcheva. It's 19-18. Fudge Humberg in the lead.
That was very close to the sideline there as well, but a perfectly executed ATP from Fudge.
The speed up initiated and finished by Mari Humberg.
Mari Humberg, a reset clinic from transition right there. She was under attack. Beautifully done.
Sets up a game point opportunity here for Mari Humberg and Megan Fudge.
Oh, I think she hit an out ball. But here's the situation here. Getcheva got to 18.
Yep.
It's going to be very important when we come down, if we come down to Humberg and Getcheva.
It will be interesting as we do the math inside the booth to bring you an update ahead of game number 3 in our women's shuffle semifinal. We'll do the math in the commercial break. Make sure we get it dialed for you. Don't go anywhere.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
I'm Ariel Pastori-Sebring here with Vlasic Pickles, and we're putting the pickle in pickleball. In pickleball, the term pickled is when you don't score any points in a game. This grilled Vlasic pickle recipe will score you all the points. Slice them in half long ways. Skewer your pickles, put those babies on the grill. Now we're gonna make our ranch. Roll in crushed potato chips. Winner's grilled pickles.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients.
And that are third-party tested.
Because cleaner is better. Like Ora Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
The APP is sponsored by SI Tickets, official ticketing partner of the APP Tour. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. And Ora Organic, rooted in science, powered by nature. Welcome back to the 2024 APP New York City Pro Shuffle. All right, friends. Comes down to game number 3 here in this semifinal to decide which 2 women are going to move on to our championship later this afternoon. Here's a look at the standings. As you can see, Megan Fudge, Krista Getcheva, our top 2 right now. Are you yesing because your math is correct? I'm so proud of you.
My math is correct.
I'm so proud, honestly. So Fudge in a very good spot with a plus 12-point differential. Getcheva with a plus 6, as you could see in that graph. Humberg and Carolina with a lot of work to do to get back into this.
No. Here's the issue. Getcheva and Humberg, Humberg can't catch her because they're playing together.
That's correct.
It's pretty much over.
Point.
Unless Fudge and Lopez destroy them. Because then Lopez can catch up.
Yeah.
So there you have it. A lot on the line here for Carolina Lopez Azcarate, playing with Megan Fudge, up 2-0 here in this third game.
That's a nice job.
Humberg finishing that point off.
The other scenario is that Getcheva and Humberg beat Fudge and Lopez 21-10, and then both of them move through.
Ooh. Whoa.
It's a big scenario. It's a big scenario.
It's a bold call.
But it's happened in the previous pools.
You're not wrong. In the other semifinals, Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman have already locked their spots into our championships later on this afternoon, 2:30 Eastern. You can find us on Fox Sports 1 with all 3 games of the women's championship, final 2 games of the men's championship.
Point 2.
Fudge and Humberg having a laugh. They've had a couple laughs throughout this match, and you feel the looseness of these. But when the ball's in play, it's all serious. But they're a little loose in these games.
Well, I have to imagine it's hard to just turn it off, right? Like Fudge and Humberg were just playing together. So you can't exactly turn off all of the emotions and the teammate and the camaraderie-ness that they developed in that second game.
Ooh,
and just immediately switch the point.
That ball is way out.
And
way
then
out.
hit it
Yeah,
out.
hit it out.
She knows it too. Lopez knows it too. And
well, part of this format too, and like we talked about in the Open, this is like original rec play for quite a few players.
You have the live update on the left side of your screen with the situation here.
Side out. Point 4. 4.
All tied up here in this third game. Megan Fudge with the serve.
Wow.
Great scramble there. Fudge and Carolina still in this point. And Fudge finishes it with authority. Forehand at the feet of Getcheva. She was all over the court.
Lopez loves it. Fudge is right in her face right there. And we're looking, Chad's pointing at the screen, noticing that difference get closer and closer here.
Side out, point.
Humber goes across the net at Fudge after getting that ball on her with a little bit of a like, sorry, not sorry smile.
Well, no, that was more of a thank you for hitting my out ball.
Okay. The grimace.
Yeah, that was the question of like, I don't know if my ball was going in. Thank you.
Yeah.
6-5.
6-5. Getcheva with the serve. That time the Ernie from Humburg, not back over the net.
Point 6.
Well, in the middle of that one, she kind of questioned where she was footing-wise.
Yes. 6-6.
She knew it. She knew what she was doing with that drop shot. Humber, great recovery.
Wow. Mari Humburg finishes the point. The forehand through the middle of Fudge and Carolina. Wow, we had a lot going on.
We're laughing at the different tones of the grunt.
That's what it was, and it's really bad, but it was just too funny that Fudge had this big, deep groan.
Two.
Carolina gave one that was
more of a Sharapova.
A little more compact.
It was more Sharapova-esque. The high pitch. Oh, nice return right there from Lopez. Nice aggressive low.
7. Yes, 7-7.
So it is 7-all here in this game number 3 of our women's shuffle
7-7.
semifinal. Carolina with the serve.
Well, talk about the work through transition right there from Lopez. She starts with a third shot drive from about a foot inside the baseline.
8-7.
Perfect. Then she drops the fifth. Then she handles a pace off of a speed up and then sets up her partner.
Point.
It's been a couple of times where Getcheva has either slid or stepped over for that backhand, and just it's a little too quick with the left hand coming to that right hip. That's taking that ball down into the net. And a nicely executed lob there from Fudge.
10-7.
Nice step in there from Humburg to find the point.
8-10.
Oh, the flip from Humburg can't get it back over the net. So at the end change, it's an 11-8 lead for Fudge and Lopez Azcarate. So it gives us a chance to check in And recognize someone very special. Humana would like to recognize Rose Chin for the Humana Human Care Spotlight. For the last 3 years, Rose has worked tirelessly as a volunteer coordinator for the APP New York City Open. When not volunteering with the APP, she volunteers with the USTA, US Open, and the Arthur Ashe Kids Day. In recent years, she's also dedicated time to the USTA Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Tennis Festival. Humana and the APP cannot thank you enough for your dedication to helping and growing the game of pickleball, Rose. Back here with live action on championship court on the end change, Humberg and Getcheva.
15 seconds.
Now in front of our broadcast booth, you see Megan Fudge and Carolina talking some strategy. They are in a great situation right now, up 11-8. Fudge in particular has set herself up so well that we can confirm right now she has already punched her ticket to the championship later this afternoon. You saw the massive point differential in her favor. So we will see her as well as Susanna Barr and Jill Braverman later on this afternoon. The only question is who is going to join her.
Fudge goes, I can't leave it any more open for you. To Getcheva. Getcheva just missed it. She tried to be too perfect with it.
12-8.
Oh, she decelerated through the shot there. Lopez trying to just carve it a little bit. Died off the paddle. That's a good ball there, right into the right foot of Krista Getcheva. Couldn't clear the body enough, tried to go back cross court with it, but pulled out wide.
13.
So it's now a 13-9 lead for Fudge and
13-9.
Carolina. Carolina now with the serve.
Oh, big two-handed finish right there from Getcheva. And that's why Krista Getcheva is such a good right-sided player, is because of the fact that she does have a very big two-handed backhand in the middle, and she likes it.
10-13.
So that's a very good, or very big and positive strength of hers, playing that right side. Oh!
Side out.
Getcheva can't get out of the way of it. So it'll be another point for Fudge and Carolina. Megan with the serve here, up 14-10.
Oh.
Good recovery there from Humberg and Getcheva. A little bit of hesitation before Humberg took it. Worked out though.
The bailout lob. It's the only thing she could do. Last second, flip it. And she says she meant to do that for sure. She looks over at us and hears what we had to say.
Side out.
Getchevich trying to cut that one a little tight.
So it's 15-11. Carolina with the serve.
15-11.
Oh, another one. I think Lopez hit another out ball there, but got lucky ducking out of the way. Getcheva pushing that one deep.
So it's a 16-11 here. Megan Fudge with the serve. She is already locked in her spot in the championship.
16-11. Point. Timeout receiver, 17.
Timeout called on the court. Krista Getcheva and Mari Humberg trailing by, I believe it's 6 now. Yep, 6 here in our final game of this women's semifinal of the APP NYC Pro Shuffle.
In reality right here, Getcheva needs one more point to advance. Because if Humberg and Getcheva do end up losing this one, but they get to 12, her losses will be 12 and 18. Lopez's will be 11 and 18. But Humberg is the issue here with the 11. If they get to 18, then it puts Getcheva through.
Yeah.
Semifinal pool number 1. We're inching toward the end of our final game in this round.
Got to make a run.
Got to make a run.
Got to make a run here.
That is the what is at stake here. So as this moment becomes more critical for Krista Getcheva, gives us a chance to bring in the 4th member of our crew, Dorian Kraft, on the mental toughness required in a situation like this.
Yeah, AJ, Krista Getcheva has been documenting her rise on the tour through her Substacks called The Diary of an Unemployed Pickleball Player. And her last post back in March was about her dialing into her mental toughness and how she can look to her tennis background and all the things that she did growing up through her training. She was a ball girl at Wimbledon at 16. She ran the London Mini Marathon at 13. And she has used those as she's moved through the tournament. And she talks about how she finds mental toughness, taking good players to 3 games, finding little victories in each match that just help build that confidence and that toughness match after match.
Something she's going to have to tap into right now. Thank you so much, Dorian, as Fudge and Carolina with a 19-11 lead here in this final game of the semifinal.
Now, here's the situation.
Yes.
If they... never mind. Situation out the window. I was going to say,
averted.
Getcheva and Humberg were held to 11, then we're coming down to a total points against Lopez and Getcheva. But that point right there pretty much secures Getcheva through to the championship.
Side out, point 20.
That flip from Krista Getcheva sailing long, so it sets up a game point opportunity here. Megan and Carolina can wrap up this 3rd game with this serve.
Side out, point 13.
Big overhead winner there from Humberg, so it's 13-20.
I was about to say that was a relatively big overhead right there.
Is it coming
Great
back?
minds think alike.
I don't know if the ball's coming back. I think it ricocheted off 4 people in the VIP tent, hit a couple of foreheads, and it's lost under a tablecloth.
Oh, you have another one.
Well, we'll get another one going here to wrap up this 3rd game at this point.
I know we're not short of balls here.
No.
Plenty of pickleballs to be found.
13-20.
Of Franklin X40s around the facility here.
Humberg with the serve.
Point.
Carolina's response sails deep. So at this point, it is confirmed. Krista Getcheva, Megan Fudge, the 2 coming out of this pool to play in the championship later on this afternoon. You can find all that action starting at 2:30 Eastern over on Fox Sports 1.
Lopez been a little tentative in the last couple of points.
15-20.
And a big serve
Timeout
there. And
receivers,
Lopez,
15-20,
universal sign for a timeout. Just lets the paddle hit the floor. And contact, drop it. Timeout.
Before the ball even landed, paddle was on the ground. She was walking to the sideline.
So Fudge, Megan Fudge and Carolina Lopez Ascarate want to talk about it to figure out how they're going to finish off this final point. Meanwhile, Getcheva and Humberg will not go away. They simply are in it to win it. Out of this timeout, what do you want to see Megan and Carolina do to try and close it out, Dom?
Well, it just need to get kind of right here, get back and focus up. Kind of gotten away from what they have gotten this lead with, and that's control. Let Lopez control the point a little, because she's seeing a lot of balls in her direction.
16-20.
And let Megan Fudge step over and finish it.
Krista Getcheva with the serve.
Oh, right there. It was an indecision whether to take it out of the air or let it bounce.
Yeah, and with that indecision, Lopez didn't move the feet, just got stuck in mud there.
17-20. Point game match.
And so the point goes to Megan Fudge and Carolina Lopez Escarate for the win here in our semifinal game number 3. Megan Fudge and Krista Getcheva moving on to our championship later on this afternoon. We will hear from Megan Fudge when we come back to New York City.
Typical insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
When I think of Leo Reve, I think of compression, support, and recovery.
Nothing brings us together like Eggland's best eggs. We love the taste, always so fresh and delicious, plus superior nutrition. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
The APP is sponsored by Yola, for the champion in you. Humana, official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. And Fat Tire, crisp, bright, easy drinking. Welcome back to the APP New York City Pro Shuffle. Megan Fudge has punched her ticket to the championships later this afternoon. You guys consistent and in control. What's Fudge?
She went 6-0 today. She's feeling really good. She's playing consistent. And I'm looking for her to really make a push here this afternoon.
Yeah, being very supportive of her partners and making the adjustments faster than anybody else. We'll throw it to Dorian Kraft, who's courtside.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Megan Fudge, who advances out of this women's semifinal pool. Did so midway through that third game by point differential, so you made it easy on us. What is it, Megan, that you have liked the most about this new Pro Shuffle format?
I mean, honestly, it's like changing up partners. Obviously, a lot of players that I normally play against, I'm getting to play with. I'm normally a player who likes to have a set partner, so there's a little bit like speed dating on steroids for me, so I'm not good at this. Not good at dating. I've been married for a long time, so very happily married. So it is tough for me today to adjust, to keep rebounding, trying to gel with my teammate, but it's fun as well at the same time. I feel like everybody's in good spirit. Everybody's trying to have a good time, too, while we're competing for, obviously, a good chunk of money. So just excited to be out here, and great atmosphere, great weather, and we're in New York. How can we complain?
Well, let's be honest, you're good at this. I know you're good at your marriage with Ryler. You guys are always so happy when we see you together. But you talk about the adjustments. How do you manage when you're not comfortable playing with a new partner? How do you personally manage making those mid-match adjustments?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is making my partner feel comfortable and knowing where she wants to be and where she feels the best, and so that's why I've always tried to start off my partners. And we've made some mid-match adjustments, more so to create chaos on the other side, and kind of throw something different in there so that they have to make adjustments. But I felt like all my teammates so far today have been amazing, have adjusted well. I feel like sometimes they feel a lot of pressure maybe playing with me, but I hope just to kind of calm their nerves and, just have fun and let yourself play. Carolina played an amazing match there. She was very nervous at the end. She knew it was going to come down to a couple of points for her to go through as well, and so she got, as soon as that point got reached, she got frustrated and she was like, I missed another return and now I'm not going through. So I was like, hey, you proved yourself today. You played amazing. So, kudos to everybody playing today. I know it's been a long week and it's just fun to be out here, and thank you to the APP Tour.
Well, Megan, we're looking forward to you making a little bit more chaos in our women's doubles finals match. That's coming up a little bit later. We're going to take a quick break here on the APP Tour. No, we're not. I'm going to send it right back to the booth to AJ for you guys to wrap this one up.
Much, Dorian.
Good
We will
catch,
have a break
Dorian.
here in just a minute because we're going to get you set for that championships coming up later on this afternoon. Here is a look at who is going to be in action. On the men's side, you have Will Sobeck, Jason McNulty, Brendan Long, Jack Monroe, Brendan Long, Jack Monroe, and then on the women's side, you have Susanna Barr, Jill Braverman, Megan Fudge, and Krista Getcheva. When you see that list of 8 players, Dom, what stands out to you or what surprises you?
Well, going from the men's and women's, again, it's just like doubles the other day. The men's side of things, seeds are gone for the most part. On the women's side, seeds are still alive. Barr, Braverman, and Fudge are all top 8 seeds. The only seed left on the men's side is Brendan Long. So, again, seeds on the men's side, out the door. Women's kind of held true a little more.
Yeah, I tell you what, in that men's side, I would almost pick William Sobeck as, he was the hottest player on the court. However, we saw him a little bit of cramping issues. Hopefully he's recovered there. But I think Sobeck's going to be my pick.
Ooh.
On the men's side.
Dom, do you want to take a pick here?
It's tough. With the women's side, you have 3 left-side players and 1 right-sided player. So Barr's the only right-sided player on that list. You have 3 ladies who like playing the left. Could you give an advantage whenever whoever's playing with Barr, knowing that they have a right-sided solid player there? I don't know. It's up for grabs.
Up for grabs, which means you got to tune in to figure it out right along with us. What a fantastic debut we have had of this 2024 APP New York City Pro Shuffle. There have been mix-ups. There has been chaos. There has been a whole lot of fun, and we're not done. See you at 2:30 Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1 for the championships right here from the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you at 2:30 for AJ McCord, Dominic Catalano, Chad Edwards, and Dorian Kraft. Thanks for joining us this morning.